Alright, good morning. Today's Monday, December 14th, and we are looking at the bonds, the 30-year T-bond futures. Got long this market just about 15 minutes ago at 156.17. Looking for a quick 5 ticks to 156.22. As you can see, the market ran up to 156.21. Came within 1 tick of my profit target, which means this becomes a free trade. So I am going to have a sell stop, place a sell stop now at 156.17. So I risk nothing. It's a free trade. Always like the free trade. So look at risking not 1 tick, a free trade to make 5. So the risk to reward on this particular trade is pretty phenomenal, 5 to 1. Just a few minutes into the trade. So again, trade management in any position that you take is one of the most important parts of trading, of course. You know, we're risk managers. First and foremost, we're risk managers. So once we get into a trade, we have to have a logical way to move those stops so the trade essentially becomes free or real close to it. So we're able to get that reward to risk as high as humanly possible on trades. So as you can see on this trade, I had 5 contracts. We've got 5 contracts here. And again, we're looking to take it off at 156.22. Just a quick 5 ticks. See if we can make some money on this trade. Alright, so I'm going to pause this video and I'll wait until we get filled, or I'll be back shortly when things start to heat up a little bit here. Alright, while we're waiting, let's talk about it just a little bit. This is the overnight high right up in here. Okay, we opened up today in today's trading session right in here. As you can see, we sold off right out of the gate. Alright, and we hit an inflection point here, a rejection point right in here. Now this is the Globex low. This is the night session low at 12. Alright. So if this market had moved even lower, I would have been looking to buy it again here. So this was a trade where I was going to enter a second and final time right in here. So again, 17 was the area where the night session traded considerably up. So that's typically a pretty nice support zone where you're going to see some type of bounce. Now, I've gotten asked a million times, hey, it looks like, you know, you're pretty accurate on hitting 5 ticks. Why don't you hit 3 or 4 ticks, take something off at 3 or 4 ticks? Because it seems like you get that, you know, probably 90% of the time you're able to get 3 or 4 ticks out of a trade. That's true. And sometimes I do peel off something at, you know, 3 ticks, 4 ticks before even getting to the 5. But on these videos here, I like to, you know, try to be as mechanical as possible and set one profit target, and that target is 5. I know you rarely see me look to make a lot more and trail it, but for the sake of these videos, the videos would be just too long if I were to just sit and try to trail it up. I mean, that is key. Trying to milk a trade for what it's worth. Sometimes the market really moves in your favor, and you want to try to catch as much as humanly possible on the trade. And yes, I do that, but for the sake of video's sake, I think it's just easier and quicker to have that first profit target. So look at the market. Looks like it wants to come back down. It's going to probably become a free, just a break-even trade, minus the, you know, $3 commission on the 5 contracts is roughly 15 bucks. So we'll see what happens. Let me pause the video and I'll be back to let you know what happened. All right, I am back, and as expected, market came down, nailed me. So break-even trade, as you can see, break-even trade, which is frustrating. It came within 1 tick of hitting that 5-tick profit target, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if the market is, oh look, the market came right down to 15, right back up again. All right, I want to pause the video and see if there is if we can get another trade down in here. We'll just see. Alright, I am back. Taking another trade here. Just got filled at 11. Okay, second time down, 156.11. Long 5 contracts at 156.11. And I would be willing to do it again, actually. I know this sounds very counterintuitive, but trust me, what I'm doing generally works, right? let's just take a look at a couple other things. I actually have another big level down at 156.0304, and I am looking down to those levels as well. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to tape this entire trade from beginning to end. So let me just pause it again. I know the trend of the day is down, but we're hitting a level where I believe the 10-11 area should be some type of support, and if it doesn't hold and if it's able to break, I think we can move down definitely to 06, 156.03 to 4. So, but the objective on the 11 trade will be 16, back up to 16. So let me just go ahead and go 16 here. All right, from 11 again. Build at 11, so we got a way to break even trade. We're in at 11, looking to take profits at 16. We'll see if the market can drop down to 156.0304. I'll be back shortly. Alright, I am back again, and finally this is starting to move up nicely. So we are just a couple ticks away from that 5-tick profit target. Again, trying to be as disciplined as I can humanly possibly be. You know, the last trade gave me 4 ticks and then came right back down and stopped me out with break even. And look at this, the market came within 1 tick again. So what does that mean? That means I've got to follow the rules. I'm back to break even again. If I break even again, then oh well, it's better than taking a loss. And you know, it's just good trade management, right? So again, God, look at this, 1 tick away already. So I got to do it, right? So I'll stop myself out again in a break even trade at 11. So again, the trend obviously today is down, and of course when you're, you know, look at this, bucking a trend like you are, like I am today, then I guess it would be safe to say you're looking for a little smaller profit than the 5-tick profit target that we typically look for, right? So that's always food for thought. So I am going to pause the video and see if we get something else down here. It might set up again for one more time back up. I'll see. Let me pause. Alright, I am long again at 01, looking for an 06, and actually looking to get short probably about between 8 and 10. So we'll see if we get some type of bounce. We've hit the support zone I was looking for earlier today. Remember when we went long at 11, I told you that my next level was, you know, 2-3. Well, we've come down there quite a bit, pretty hard. So I held off a little bit and actually got filled at 01. Looking to take this up to 06. Alright, got a sell limit at 06, and if we can rally a little higher than that, I would be looking to go short. So we'll see. And I got an 8-tick initial catastrophic stop loss from 01. So we'll see what happens. I'll be back shortly. Alright, I am back. Finally, the market has cooperated and traded up to 06. Gave us that 5 ticks. But again, food for thought is when obviously you're going against that trend like we were today. Again, each level, very logical support levels if you know exactly what I'm doing. Each one of these gave me a plus 4 ticks, which missed my 5-tick profit target. That's why they ended up being break even on these first 2 trades. And the third trade came down to the strongest level today, and we've gotten the bounce. So we're up at 06. We're probably going to go higher. So we closed that trade out, as you can see here, on 5 contracts, 5 ticks. Made $781. I'm looking for a bigger move to the upside. Then I'll be looking to short this market, looking to take it down back to try to retest this low of the day. Okay. Have a great day. Hope that helps. Bye for now.